Last week on Mama's Burst Out.
I was shocked. And then I didn't know how to model. I remember I tried modeling back in school and the tutor laughed at me, so I felt...
The instructors, they will take you out like that. Twice in the same year.
Yeah.
Ashanti region, then you went to Accra. Is that allowed?
It's not allowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, though. 10, we got down to 5, and then I went all the way to 2.
Okay.
2010 at Accra. And then last, near dropping a shimmer off. Someone motivated me at least to be a quack already, so let me also try my luck again. And then I went for 2012. So 2012, lucky enough, I qualified from Kumasi. I auditioned in Kumasi against Sunset Hotel, and then I was taken to Accra for the finals. So
people used to think we read it.
No. In fact, Most Beautiful uses purely intellectual. You want to make sure you can't do Ghana's Most Beautiful. Hello there, welcome to Mama's Best Out. Mama's Best Out is a TV series which is to inspire women from all walks of life. We are here to share our stories, to connect, and to inspire everyone out there. Signature look, very pretty, but they have this round.
They are fairness.
They are very fair. But I was also liked by the Evers. I didn't have any issue. When we went to Volta region for MFS, back home, something. I was treated very well. But before I went into GMB, I knew there was a rivalry between the Ashantis and the Evers.
But me and Fafa, we really liked each other.
Just I
remember when we were even going to the finale, she came, she confided, she said, "Oh, if you win, I'll be very happy for you." And I was like, wow, like she liked me on that level and we connected.
When we went to the Volta region, everybody was, no. I'm saying, hey, you mean Volta region? People like, I said, nah, the way we knew stuff, no, it was not like that. It was not like that. And they were so lovely. The tribalism, we are beautiful people with different culture. And the Ashantis and the Voltarians, it's something else. More and I'm on sorted out. But I mean, when I went there, I didn't feel it at all. I did not feel it at all. And then, one thing, let me say this. They don't, or the rivalry is because the Ashantis are too known.
That's what they say.
They're too known.
They say we
and
are
then
too
every
known.
day claiming Oteko Koso Nana and Sanyamana. So my secrets, I didn't really do much of that. So I was also getting backlash from Ashanti region.
Because they wanted
Ashanti even Ghana's Most Beautiful, and I don't say then they don't say to say queer, and then you are doing one for 7. But for me, only peace of mind, Mr. Monambe said, that is me. But also some money use not one I will not cancel me. But I felt like let me do this and then be liked. But let me promote for
to be yourself.
No, I was myself.
Okay.
I'm not that paying someone.
Maybe the one is braggarts.
Or
we are not braggarts.
Your one time phone call that you make to the house, you see, you get reports what is going on, and then of course who is leading. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be 2 years in time. Then now your own campaign, someone yes, like this is me. At least allow someone with enough charisma to also be a queen. Okay, not
all Ashantis are not the same.
Some Ashantis are fair. Some Ashantis are not braggarts. Some Ashantis might not be saying Otokokoso Nana too much.
This was okay. Don't you think that boat was the one who started it?
That boat started it. But it's not Asantifoni now. I think he is. I think he is. Now, I know you can't too much. Someone like Ajuesa,
Yeah. And what did it
It was
like
too much. She was Otukoko Sonana. I think from the time she went to GMX till now, she's still Otukoko Sonana. I am Otukoko Sonana, but I don't say it much. And then we are proud to come from Ashanti, and then our Nana is the Otukoko. So we know that we are Otukoko, so that individual difference. So be an hour or Bekan, but because of the standard that was set, me I just say I knew me on bread.
Oh yeah.
But in between, Abna 2 was typical Ashanti.
Yes.
Hey.
Maybe them quite for some.
Yeah, me too. Abna was a typical Otukoko Sonana level from Adresa. No pa.
Adresa, the beauty of it is that your Otukoko Sonana,
but she speaks impeccable English. Yes,
with this Brit accent.
Yes, she had that.
Yeah.
But she was the Otukoko Sonana, the typical one that the Kumasi people like.
Yeah.
And then from that time it came to. Yeah.
Me na me ka dabi nyina. So when I used to go to the house,
my mother represent Ashanti dabi. No.
So I write tree so I can memorize it and say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because omo call before you no omo no I want to say amane
ekia.
I'm telling you. I went through it because of that standard. But I was different.
Yeah.
Up till now,
you were more of like the calm, collected, just doing your own thing.
Doing my own thing. And I was so happy being myself. Yeah. Because I had, the backlash was too much. My family would even call me, you say queer, not kasa, you say, but the queer was a totally different person.
Yeah.
And then I'm my own kind. Yeah. So mama obia so I had that, and the people said, you don't behave like the typical Ashanti. Na me all over Kakra, then I'll be there. If you come to me, I come to you. But within the house too. Na man also so within ourselves and the ladies, my charisma, the one that I carry as was different. It was not like from address and time but down then na me into me break but I think it got to a time people I think people understood and they accepted me and they loved me because as Antonia a year or so I brought for some it worked. It worked. I didn't change my style. It worked at least to make a fine house maybe here, so it worked. All right, so life after GMB. But do you think the process from the auditioning to the last day, the first person is crowned, is fair, free and fair? Do you think it's fair?
You know what? I'm going to answer this question as if I was in the house at the time.
Yes.
And I'm not going to answer it as somebody looking at it from years ago. As I was in the house,
when you were in the house,
clean. Like, yeah. This one is doing well. The fans are applauding her. I also have my fans, So it was just like a smooth process. Yeah.
And then you didn't do anything to get into the pageant.
No.
Same here.
Yeah.
So you hear people talking about what.
But that myth was going around.
Yes.
Rumors. People said all kinds.
A lot.
Especially because I wasn't qualified in Ashanti region.
And then you went to Accra.
And I didn't have a backup. I was the only one who was pushed for. Yeah.
Really?
All those who came from Kumasi to compete with me were all dropped. Can you imagine that?
And for you? Yes. Oh, then definitely they will say something. They will say but you yourself, it was a clean selection.
Exactly.
I had a clean selection. I didn't know anybody. I knew no one at TV3. I knew no one in the production crew. No one, nothing. So my audition too was clean. Yeah. The first time that I was dropped, no one said nothing about it. The second time, it was a clean one. Yeah. I didn't know anybody, and I didn't even I'm like that. Even if I know someone in position, I try to do stuff myself. So then later I applaud myself.
So people value you for what you bring.
I even value myself. Yeah. I know I did this. I wrote my exam free and fair. From my head. Yeah. For my own self. Okay. To appreciate what I'm able to do. So that auditioning, it was clean up to the last day. Yeah, it was. I can speak for myself that I didn't do anything. No payments. No.
Now who are you
kind? In kind. The cash and then kind stuff. We always hear that we do a lot of things to get into the pageant. I didn't do anything. God is my witness. I didn't do anything. I didn't know anybody. So I just went, auditioned, and I was picked.
Yeah.
But after GMB, that stigma.
Oh yes.
That stigma.
I even lost a marriage proposal because of that.
I almost did.
Yeah. The guy said he has plans of becoming a president in Ghana someday, and he cannot be associated with a beauty queen.
Serious.
Because a beauty queen is like someone who's dumb, and people are just
beauty for your physique.
You don't have any intellectual power.
That is why I wanted us to stress on what we do in the house.
Yeah.
If you are not intelligent, you cannot be in GMB. You cannot.
Yeah.
From day one.
But people don't know that. They think we sell our bodies
to make a
unfortunately,
living.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of that. With relationships, the family.
Yeah.
No way. We will not let you marry this girl because they sell themselves. Prostitutes.
Yeah.
Just beautiful women selling their bodies under the pretense of beauty pageants.
Yeah. And that's what you have to go through. A lot of stigma. And then even the pressure when you come back from the house, people are looking at your hair, people are looking at your shoe, as if TV2 pays me every month.
Wait. Life before GMB. I was a student at Zenith University, pursuing my human resource management studies. What were you doing at that time?
Natural resource management.
At
KNUST.
I was 21, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Why would you expect me to have a car?
And
after just 3 months,
changing wigs and weave-ons every week.
I was given just 5,000 to this, and my family even spent more than that. And there's just one car.
Yeah.
Given to the winner.
Even the winner.
How can the second winner? It's so.
The pressure from society.
It's too much.
I was invited to an event. The lady looked at my shirt. She asked, "What am I wearing?" I didn't at that time. I didn't even understand what that question was.
What are you wearing?
What is the meaning of what am I wearing?
You're wearing a dress.
I think she was trying to find out what designer. I don't know. I just picked the shoe from somewhere and I came here.
The pressure after these beauty pageants is too much.
It's crazy.
And then later they'll come and call you a shower. But you give people this pressure.
Yeah.
And what do you expect them to do?
I think there's something with society. They push you to the wall, and then when you act in a very terrible way, you know that kind of thing. Yeah, so they put so much pressure on you. And if you are not able to handle that pressure,
hold yourself.
Some people decide to, okay, then let me find somebody who can sponsor that kind of lifestyle.
Do you know that one time, the day that I decided to withdraw myself with, it's not something, it is one of my biggest achievements, auditioning from Kumasi to Greater Accra region. 10 ladies, final 4, second runner-up. It's a very big achievement.
Yeah,
Our time, it was a political season. Yeah. We had the NPP, NDC all over. We met a lot of big men, big women in society. It was an eye-opener. It was one of the best experiences that I have so far in my life. And then, right now that we are speaking, I have recollected that most of the experiences that I have with traveling, the traditional aspects, meeting big people, was through GMB. Yeah. I was a nobody before that. I was just some Manuela, going to school in my corner at Grove Room, living my life with my family. After that, life changed. But life after GMB makes me, I've always wanted me to withdraw
because
from the
people
pageant.
Put too much pressure on you.
Aside the pressure, the prejudice. How people see you. How people talk about you. There are so many men I've been tagged with in Kumasi. 10 years and over.
Someone called me, told me about my life. I thought he was talking about somebody else. He said, we heard you were sleeping with this man. I said, who are you talking about?
But why is it always about sleeping?
I don't know. The person gave me my life story.
Hey, you had no idea.
I had no idea.
Maybe you had a twin or your
And the person said, you're a beautiful girl. You could have amounted to something.
Are you serious?
I'm like, no, you can say this to another human being. And then if I go and sleep with somebody and amount to something to you, come and tell me that I'm an ashawu. What's your problem?
It's so bad. I have men that I've slept with that me I've not even met them before. At a point, and it destroys your relationship.
Oh, yeah.
It destroys.
If you are actually with a man who is not confident enough or knows a lot about this space,
can confidently say no, I know this person. She cannot.
Oh, I think I was dating a guy at that time, and someone called him for about an hour and was giving him feedback on what I would do after the pageant. He said I will start to withdraw.
That's right.
That's when the bigger men will start to approach me.
But why is it that they always start GMB queens with the big men?
Because they know your status have changed, and the men are insecure because they feel they can't measure up. You know,
this one is 8.
And after that, the guy said, either you are marrying me this year or we break up.
Probably you might not even be.
I was 20.
How can you?
I said, please, my marriage is not a marriage. If you go.
I was in town, KJT, Honum baby. So with my short hair, it is very easy. So from that time, me could you man me share me wig and I'm a boom do dynamic. But still, everyone say, oh, so I was buying some stuff in KJT, old KJT, I'm a boo. Me to my dear, me and baby innocently this morning. I ain't way more. Crab pony on my betting for folk. It's like, hey,
meanwhile, you don't know me
it was humiliating. That day, I felt so bad. It was that time that I decided to withdraw from that GMB status, that anal status. So, a lot of my friends, from that time, I'm not someone baby. I know you from somewhere. I was like, oh, where? Oh, maybe school.
Oh, maybe from SS. I will never.
Maybe sir, but that status is because.
But my friends like that. They want to introduce you as Ghana's most
and my mom especially.
Who now they introduce us that people now think, hey, and so Oscar. So this question I keep asking myself. Does TV3 pay GMB contestants after the show?
It's just a cash prize, and that is
it was an event. It's not a work.
And remember, you spend a lot on the voting too.
If I should tell how much I spent.
Yes. So the cash prize is not even enough for.
Just that we can't equate it to the fame we get.
So you have to use the fame to do something. I had no idea. I was in my 20s. I had no idea what I was going to use the fame for.
This lady from Malika who introduced me to one photographer. He was big at the time. He was called Steve or something.
Steve photography.
And then he asked me, "What do you want to become?" You know, that day I realized I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Did you know what you wanted to do when you were entering the pageant? What was your plan?
This student politics. I just entered the pageant.
I had no plan. I didn't know. I just wanted to be famous. I didn't know it came with my worst experience. My own mother. My mother is there. My mother have lived abroad for so long, but I have an aunt here that I lived with that I took everywhere as my mother. So through the GMB season, there was this woman in Kumasi who was parading herself as my mom. Yes. So one time, I kept getting phone calls. Hey, young grandma, but it's like, me, mommy. So I had to do something about that particular woman. Do you know that woman was in all my videos? From the ones we came home, Hotel Center, everywhere.
Some of them she was obsessed with us. Yes,
she was there. So clearly,
it shows that she's related to.
She's related. Oh, we had close-up pictures. The one she wrapped her arms around me and all that. And I want to celebrate this Nibiase. This is 13 years at Summer America. When someone meets you, now on will be trapped. I've seen that. The last time Akromet was explaining his ordeal, I was there and I was laughing.
Some of them will even parade themselves as your boyfriend.
Yes.
Someone was on Facebook telling people that I ditched him. One girl too said we were best friends and I left her.
Can you imagine? So me, if I hear stories about celebrities, I don't believe it.
No,
I do not believe it. So this woman, she almost got me mocked at Krofrom.
Wow.
Krofrom, the center of Krofrom. That there's Krofrom traffic light somewhere. So I was there, I was just passing by. So someone called me that your mom is here, so you should come and check up. And I was like, my mother. So that day I decided to go and warn the woman to stay out of my business. I went there, I was like, I didn't know what yes, I didn't know yes. They started pushing me.
Wow.
Yes, as if I'm a thief. Omu pia me, bobo me, and then Kramaba, Uko wake it to a buy. Do you know the one was there crying? Like, Adena, oh yes, sir.
Jesus.
It took a man. It took a man. I don't know where the man came from. The man was like, no, minim eno mami. And the guy called my mom. Said, Mami, minim eno mami. The man called my mom. That time, I will never forget it. Posing as someone's mother. Now yeah, woman, now would you know? As a me, I'm drop baby and a chromophobia, but you know,
people are psychos.
Oh, it's a kumi kwa. Can you say come here?
We move on to the next
From
person.
that time, I decided that status is off. It's off my head. I'm done. It's okay. It's okay. Now, me redraw me home share me baby. That woman. So we ended up at the police station, and my mother had to call. My auntie that I lived with had to call. They all called me and said, we don't know this woman from anywhere. If you want us to bring
and she followed you to
her baby pictures, she had pictures with her. That woman had pictures with her.
I'm not sure she's mentally okay.
No, that woman had pictures with her. Do you know what happened? When we went to the police station, the police officer was her ex-husband. Fortunately for me, wow. I don't know how God did that. The police officer was her ex-husband. I was like, hey, I don't know where saw you crying is that. And then that was how the case ended, and I never heard of that woman again. She even had pictures of a baby, probably a bouncing baby girl, chubby one or seven. Tell me pictures. Me bani no on female. Or you say I had phone calls all the time.
Probably she wanted money. She wanted you to be given.
Me money. Me I didn't have money.
She wanted you to be. She takes out God GM when there's car.
No. So that was it. A lot of stress, boyfriends.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say. So I had this stable relationship.
If you don't take care, most of the guys are becoming to think you have the money or you can upgrade their life, so they will want to come and get something from you. The responsible ones will think she sleeps around with other guys, so let me just avoid them. It's not easy.
It took the intervention of God. For me, myself, the man that I'm married to right now, we went through hell before we were able to get married. Because the stories that he was hearing about me, the stories he was hearing about me.
Someone went to tell my ex-boyfriend about my childhood, how wicked I was as a child.
Wow.
What do I do at 6 years old? Say, and we lived at Bomso at a point in our lives. And I think we lived there from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years we moved to Tech. The guy said he knows me from Bomso. And we are very wicked people.
And
at 6.
Just because you put your life out there.
And my boyfriend believed it so much. Me, I don't like stress. So the moment I see the stress, I said, see, if you can't take this thing.
Or you can't trust me.
Just let it go. And they will go. Oh yeah, they will go. And later in life, they will be like, oh, I wish, but it's it's too late.
It's too late, because if you really believe in someone,
and those people who spread those information, I found one at church the other time. I was coming out of the auditorium, and I just bypassed him. If not Jesus,
this one, Jesus better. But how can you just destroy someone's life with just something you have no idea? There was another time my auntie called me to come to a doom right now. Fortunately for her, I was around the doom. So when I went, she told me to keep quiet and just stand there. There was this lady who was talking about me, that me and his sister, a doom na me jana because me time now I was very famous. Very famous. Baby so the kitty cram and corner minute banana mini yes and a mini yes and a yes and yes. Until me auntie had to prove that she knew me, because now while rubbish me auntie no cry, they all cannot. So I was there, like, hey, red-handed back. That was one experience I had, catching someone red-handed. Life after finances, going back to your normal life.
How can you go? You cannot. There's no normal life after GMB, because this was a young girl who I used to like long treks. So I walked from Kirigi all the way to Tech with my friends.
Talking stuff on the road.
We're in the trotro and stuff. You're coming back to your friends, don't see you the way they used to see you.
Yes.
Even your cousins, people people you grew up with, they don't see you. Suddenly you changed in their eyes.
Yes.
If you're making a joke, and maybe because she now went to GMB, she feels she's better than us. You know, you begin to see parts of people you never thought they were.
Yeah.
You cannot come back to a normal life. It won't work.
Life is not, and we're not even expecting
You
it.
can't come back to a private life too.
Yeah.
Because now everybody wants to use your issue as news. Radio stations want to trend with what is happening with you. People want to say, "Oh, I know this one." Like they almost person much share was say, you know.
Share was say, and that is the word.
Yeah.
Mostly, I'm not going for person much share was say.
So you
your
cannot,
background, where you're coming
when
from.
I came back, I call high homestay be or campus a chiwo baby, because I couldn't come back to the normal halls. Me call high hostel be or honum, and I was there. Nipa na me share room, so no feed the public information. So me, I thought I was hiding, and then somebody I took like an elder sister. My issue
Information
was all
out
over.
there.
The time I step out of the house, the time I come back, who I come back with.
The car that drops you.
It was to the point that she one time picked the phone, called my boyfriend, and told him to come over.
Hey.
The infantry. GMB is an eye opener.
Yes.
And I would say that there are lots of things I have experienced. I did experience at 1920 that some of my mates are now experiencing it.
No. Some people will
never even experience it. I came to know people for who they are.
Yeah.
And I came to understand that, you know, when you are young, you think every elder is like good and a nice person, very responsible. You realize that they are even making the children bad.
Yes.
You meet somebody who's like 50, 40, and they say, I like you, I want to sleep with you.
Yes, that's
I'm
one
your
thing.
child for crying out loud.
One thing after GMB, maybe those who are talking about going after the big men, they were right. But we were not going after the big men. The big men will come after you. It's automatic. So someone told me, say, you know, maybe person me ko keke, me ko keke na me ko chi and paying for ni bi.
But always as I'm going to be.
No, because you are
in the wrong frame of mind. Life, you can't come back to a normal. And but this is Africa. People no. Most people still want to. There are days where you cannot be available as you used to be.
Yeah.
Because I was in school, but sometimes I had to fly to Accra for projects, for adverts, for meetings. And God bless my HOD at that time, Dr. Dankwa. He would stay in, get TAs to teach me when I'm back.
Oh, he did well.
Yes. So that I can catch up with school. I'm not even making it for classes. You think I can make it for meetings, family gatherings and stuff. And then now you're not making it for family gatherings.
It's a problem.
Yes.
It's because
they will hate you bitterly. Sometimes you have to try and make up, and it seems it's not for me. It looks like these people have been hating on you all this time.
Make up for events, give so much explanation because there's a lot to do.
Yes.
And then after the pageant too, Obia wants you to represent.
People start asking you for money.
Not like show you off.
I'm getting
show up.
My great grandmother died.
So come. At least for people to know that he or she knows you. Events, baby, you have to attend and all that. But me, I think that I was able to live my life differently after I realized that tag was not good.
I mean, I wasn't. I think I dazzled through. I even had this stranger pop up in my life. She started to take me to events at Two Falls Place and stuff like that. And one of those days, because she used to do my makeup too. So one of those days, she just said, I'll be doing makeups for you. I want you to do a photo shoot for me. I said, this photo shoot, your date is the same time I'm writing exams. It's not going to work. Hell broke loose.
Oh, really? So exams? Exams?
She does it because she's done off, she's giving you favors and you're supposed to return it at your inconvenience.
It's serious, but how does 19-20-year-old get to I think through that time I faulted a lot of people, probably with events, coming to say thank you, coming to do this, coming to do that, but I didn't know better. If I was to be in 13 years ago today, I would have done a lot of stuff, probably made a lot of money, managed the fame well at this age. But that time, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
And God bless people like Caroline. because I think she after Miss Malaka, she knew she wanted to enter into radio, and she did it so great. I don't know who mentored her, and that's one of the things I've been telling the new girls. I think one girl called me later. She won. Her mother called me, and I told her, find something you want to do now. And then right after the pageant, you go into it. They thought I was. Now nobody even remembers her name. She's out. It's just 1 year.
No.
It's just 1 year out.
And even some of the queens, the old ones, the new ones are still struggling to know what they are about, what they are doing. Are you shooting adverts? Right now we have a lot of influencers. Are you going to be a model, vixen? What are you doing? What are you doing? So once you enter the pageant, you need to know what you want to do, and then immediately you come out of the pageant, you just go straight to, because whilst the fame is
we never talk about the genuine friendships you may lose because of yourself. Because I think the fame also took a better part of me. Like, I didn't know how to handle the whole thing. So there were friends who genuinely wanted to spend time with me. They cared for me. They would come and shoot all my. I had a friend who was a videographer. He would follow me all around. And at the end of the day, I feel like
it's too much. Get off my back.
Yes. You said something. You said we didn't know better.
No, we didn't.
I think this is also a good platform to let people know.
No, we didn't. We didn't know better.
Yeah, so they should forgive us. They shouldn't be too hard on us.
It was too much. That's the fame that 3 months bring you.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
You can't pass and everybody wants to take a picture with you.
It's too much.
And your mother too is new to this. Your mother has never been famous, so she doesn't know how to handle it. Yes.
She cannot.
My mom was managing me at the time, so she followed me to radio stations.
Then you went and talk her for what?
Then she just follow me. We'll go. The party should be there. And I asked her one day, so how are you managing me? Said, oh. That's all she
Imagine
knows.
you had a good manager at that time. Imagine you had someone who knew what.
Did we even know we needed a manager?
No,
we didn't know.
No, I never had a manager. I had some guys who came, told me they wanted to manage me. At the end of the day, they wanted something to sponsor me. I didn't even have. So.
I think a year after I met this Nigerian and a Ghanaian lady, we signed a contract. Things were picking up lately. I even went for a few events and I was all over in the blogs and all. No, they were frosters.
Hey.
I was dealing with. Recently, she's been caught in Nigeria, EFCC. They were hard-time frosters. And I had no idea. So they wanted to loot money from me. And then when they realized that this was going to take a long haul, because later I switched into the camp of Twins Don't Beg. But this, I think if I had stayed with Twins Don't Beg, the breakthrough would have come. But this was the challenge. Now I couldn't switch from these people because I signed a contract. And Twins Don't Beg, they were going heaven and earth for me. They will follow me, take pictures, introduce me to Becca, introduce me to this person. And then we went for one event, Golden Movie Awards. They took pictures of me. And this frosters told me that I should talk trash about the awards.
Really?
Yeah.
And you did?
I didn't. They used my account, the money to do that. So when it comes out, it looks like I wrote it.
It's you. If your account is
that was when Twins was like, we got you a pass into this in the first place.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. That was when they withdrew, and that was the end of it.
We didn't know better.
The way that girl tarnished my image in Accra, I had to run back to Kumasi and hide.
I mean, I never stayed in Accra. I've always been in Kumasi after GMB. I wanted a calm. So recently, someone met me, a very famous person, was like, are you sure you are in Kumasi? I'm here. So I decided to build my life differently. The family that I have, a career, back to school. I went back, I did my bachelor's. So I moved from Zenith, came back, had everything in Kumasi because the chaos was too much. You know, Accra is hot.
Very hot.
Hot. So I came back to Kumasi. Doing it because I lived in Accra when the GMB time was, and so I came back, built myself through school, business. So I started this juice business. Fruits and more. Yes.
You had this fruit.
There was no money coming from anywhere, and I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I had that spirit in me. So when I realized that was a good business, I just hopped into it. So I employed about 4 people. We cut the juice. We cut the fruits, we squeeze the juice, we package it, and then we take it outside. So and then I say, I was really hot. After GMB, people will see you like, You know.
I started selling eggs. One woman met me and can't say, "Then I'm here."
What happened to you? The woman was sad. So it's like,
what happened to me? Say I'm working.
You know what happened to you? Oh my goodness, DNSC. We see, I was just a student going to school. I went for GM, I came back.
Normal life.
I used 5,000 to be paying I was not given a car. Me truck or told me to earn something for myself. That is why I started. And I just went into it, my whole company, and then started this hospital with my husband, and then we are doing well. And life is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. After that, no stress, no nothing. And then after finding myself with everything that I wanted to do, my family, my Juma, my education, I did my master's recently, and everything put together, and being able to finance myself. You know, after GMB, if you want to do anything, the finances
was a problem.
The sponsors,
even with projects
with sponsors.
One politician came for my lunch, promised that time.
I never had a lunch.
Or promises, or say 5,000 cedis at that time.
Yeah.
One first can I when you say me cry no I catch him so in share. Until me the Mrs. Can of the mama. Yet I can was so open. I'm so okay, no problem. Some of them meet. No new put a politician for your call. Say politician in one money bank or masters. On pest scholarship. And I'm saying, Mina. Now masters. And I'm a chair. Then I'm too free so to Marco is the one. Me man, the boy, me train in your million. I'm doing so I'm too good and I'm going to die. Who is it? Who me on? And you know they have no
But how? Because it was too much. And then said an American. It was too much. Scanning the amount is not enough.
It's not enough.
If you want to embark on any project,
8,000.
Maybe project, cervical cancer screening. I went to some schools, I did screening, and the money was finished.
Your family will take all the money. And you have to thank this person, thank that person.
Yeah, photo frame, come away, Nana way of a snap, come on, oh yeah, bread. Into me, the mayor, I say, no channel, and you're matching home. Let me build something for myself. And I think that is what most of us should do. Share school, now business,
media space.
Why should you? What's about doesn't mean you should be an actress. I had an encounter with about 4 producers in Kumaru. First one, they brought me script. Then we went to a hotel somewhere around the Pageant hall. Me, I've always been like this. What I don't want, Meaning they me, and then I'm exactly what I think I am. Meaning they make me So moving our old channel or the maybe now hotel now or more ebedi as I grow no mood now. Me who say if I work hard,
you can do better.
You
can produce
a movie.
You can.
So seeing that, my experiences with that, so it shouldn't be a problem. The second time, another hotel, we were there. Now yet one miss. Oh, best in your producer. I was like, this is work. I'm not doing this. And then I withdrew myself from the whole thing.
I'm dragging my TV.
Me the man acted that.
I never even heard them saying that. I think it's a thing they do that you must kill yourself. Ask yourself how much would they pay you after?
No, you are not even paid. You don't even talk about money because they're giving you fame.
They are giving you fame.
I realized I realized early enough that
now fame
why I didn't know.
Recently me was about Sunday scripts. I don't even know the person from Adam. And I'm careful in dealing with strangers lately because of what I know now. I don't be treating of night. So me and I'm so please, what is this? You're shooting and cabit my set Saturday or Friday Friday.
Are you that
my old self would have been, are you okay? But I just said, oh, not sure. Ain't possible that for now my friend. But me come to say
and you'll be an actor, and you'll be an actress, and you'll be an influential, and you'll be an this.
There are other things you can do. You can be a mother, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be a trader. Must you be an actress or something?
And when I congested me with all the scripts that I had, and then they would tell me that the opportunities they give, I never saw it as an opportunity because, as I said, meaning they make me higher. And I know that if I'm able to work hard, whatever that I want to do, I can do it.
Yeah.
And then 13 years later, I am here doing this podcast
And you
because
don't regretted it.
I can finance myself.
Oh yeah. I can confirm most of them be trying to quality on the
All right, this has been a beautiful conversation. The things that we never talk about after GMB. 13 years. How long has it been?
10 years.
10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
10 years.
I remember how I met you in Growth Room. But anyways, I should use this platform to say thank you. I think I never really got to say a proper thank you to you. Because I know you were there for me like nobody's business. You were like there for me. Odimechi. Your mother was even involved.
Yeah.
Yes. Odimechi throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
when
that's
I
what
came
we
back.
should do.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
For each other.
And I think because of that thing you did for me, it gave me that heart to also be that person for other people.
Else, yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I think women should be there for each other. And yet, there shouldn't be chaos. I don't want you to get there. Obi banechina okoye better than it shouldn't be like that. We should always have each other's back, and then we all go far. So GMB was a nice experience. We had our ups and downs. We've had our tags, the prostitution and all that, and then we've made it after.
But here we are going strong.
Yes. But me, will you do this again?
I think I will do it again, but with a better approach.
With a better approach.
Yeah.
I would
with a better approach. I would take it and own it, control it, and not allow it to control me.
Okay, with the knowledge you have
with
now.
The knowledge I have.
Probably maybe I'll do it again with the knowledge I have now, but deep down, I won't do it again. Because my sister wanted to go to GMB.
And you didn't let her?
I never encouraged her. Because she doesn't have the strength that I have. She has
have.
always been a baby girl.
Yeah.
So always said, "Person go GMB no groom na men kono me feel that." So it was recently that I told her the truth about like, you don't get it. If you get it, forget about it. You don't get it. So I won't let my daughter do that. I won't because come on, boy. If we have to talk about the stigma. The times that you have to explain yourself too much to people who don't even know you from Adam. Talk about it. Into me say metis and celebrities more some way I say I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't, and I have never believed it because I have had my fair share of that experience, and it's not fair for anybody to go through that. For you to lose.
But some things come with a job.
Some things. Some
people have noble jobs, like what you're running here.
Yeah.
This healthcare. Everybody's gonna love you. Everybody loves a doctor because you're helping heal the sick. You see, but things like acting, people forget you are acting
portraying someone's
and that is not you. People become so attached to a movie that they can even and then go from they think he's a funny person actually. But people very serious person or a funny person. But well maybe I think
people we need to get ourselves enlightened about these things that people do that, especially with the beauty pageant. Some of us went through it
without doing nothing.
We didn't
go and see anybody's father.
And then after GMB too, we are not doing any actual business. I think most of us, we meet and we talk about it so much that we will be having more of the GMB queens. We'll be sharing our experience. We didn't do anything. It was just a free and fair selection process, voting from day one to the finale. So stop tagging the beauty queens as prostitutes. Sure. Right. Sika, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I've had a very beautiful conversation. I think everyone also did. So this has been Mama's Best Style. Thank you for staying tuned. I think you've learned a lot from today's episode. But I'm not discouraging anyone who wants to be a beauty queen. It's beautiful. You get your queenly treatment. But then know what you want to achieve. Be ready for the pros and cons. And then what you want to achieve. If you are able to strategize, you can achieve something better, unlike what we didn't know at the time we went into the pageant. So I'll see you next week. My name is Eno. Farm Care has been our sponsor. Thank you. Bye-bye.